Hello, my little friends. We are here ready to work on our next math lesson today, lesson 8. We're continuing to work with area, and we are just flying right through this new module. All right. Our lesson objective for our math lesson today is that we can find the area of a rectangle through multiplication of the side lengths, which is not new. We've actually been doing that. So we should be able to do really well with this lesson today. And our I can statement says I can find the area by multiplying the side lengths, which yesterday, if you remember, we kind of cheated a little bit and we didn't draw in all the missing rectangles or all the missing parts to make all the tiles, and we just multiplied the side lengths. So really that's what we're doing today. So we should be pretty much professionals at this. Are you ready? Okay, so today we're going to jump right into our lesson. So you just need your pencils today, and you need your lesson 8 problem set, which looks just like this. Okay, name a date on your paper and show me that you're ready to roll. All right, our directions for number 1, it says to write a multiplication equation to find the area of each rectangle. So for number 1, for A, B, and C, it is giving us our side lengths already. And all we have to do is multiply to find the missing area. So if we look at 1A, we can put that times sign right in the corner. So we have 4 times 7. We can count by 4s or we can count by 7s. I'm going to count by 7s because I do love that Sergeant 7. Ready? Count with me. 7, 14, 21, 28. Stop. So the area is 28 square feet. All right. And for my number sentence or my equation here, I'm going to take 4 times 7, which equals 28. And I can give it that label of square feet. Okay, because there's my label right there. Okay, so we'll do B together as well. We have 8 times 7, so we can count by 8 or we can count by 7. I think I'm going to stick with Sergeant 7, so I'm going to count by 7s 8 times. Ready? Count with me. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. Stop. So that equals 56 square feet. Okay, and then I'm going to plug in my side lengths here into my equation. So I have 8 times 7 equals 56 square feet. Okay, and I'm going to tell you if you want to pause your video and do C on your own, and then if you'll just check back with me for number 2. So go ahead and pause and do C, and then check back with me for number 2, and then maybe try A with me for number 2, and then you can try B and C. So go ahead and do C, and then check back with me, and then we'll do A together from number 2, and then you can do B and C, okay? So pause and do C. Okay, so for C, they gave us side lengths of 6 feet and 6 feet. So when you multiplied 6 times 6, did you get 36 for your answer? Good job. So we plug in the numbers into our equation. 6 times 6 equals 36 square feet. So make sure we have that correct label there. Good. Okay, so I told you that I wanted you to try 2A with me, and then if you felt good, you could do B and C on your own. So this section is just a little bit different. So the directions say to write a multiplication equation and a division equation to find the unknown side length for each rectangle. So up at top, we knew both side lengths and we were looking for the area. In this section, we know one side length, we're missing the other side length, and we know the area. So in this one, all of these, we know one side length and we know the area, so we're trying to find that missing side length, okay? And then we want to write a multiplication equation and a division equation to go along with our model. So for A, we know that the one side length is 9, and then we know that the area is 72. So basically what we could say to ourselves is we could say 9 times what equals 72, okay? So we could do that by counting by 9s until we get to 72. Okay, so think of your song with a crab and the whale, okay? And get your counting fingers ready and we'll count to 72. Ready? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. Stop. So what does that equal? It equals 8. So that missing side length there is 8. Okay, so now we have a multiplication equation to write first. So we take these side lengths and plug them in. So we have 9 times 8 equals 72 square feet. And now we have a division sentence to write. And remember, when we divide, what number always comes first? The total, right? And our total was 72. So it's going to be 72 divided by 9 equals 8. And we would not put square feet for this one because this is not our total area, right? We only had 72 square feet there because that was the total area of the inside of that rectangle. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you feel totally comfortable with what we just did with A, go ahead and try B and C on your own. If you're almost there but not quite, you can try B with me and then try C on your own. Okay? So either pause and do B and C and check back, or stay with me for B and then pause and do C. Alrighty. Moving on to B. So for B, the side length we know is 3, and we know that the area is 15, and we're missing that other side length. So to find that other missing side length, I can say to myself, 3 times what equals 15? Do you know that answer yet? Okay, we could also count by 3s till we get to 15. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, stop. So my answer there would be 5. 3 times 5. So I'm going to plug that in right here. 3 times 5 equals 15 square feet. Make sure we have that label, square feet. And then we want a division sentence. And remember, when we divide, the total always comes first. So 15 divided by, and we knew the 3. So 15 divided by 3 equals 5. And I'm not going to label square feet for the 5 because that's not my total area. All right. So if you haven't tried one yet, go ahead and pause and try C on your own, and then we'll check together. Okay. So I'm hoping that everyone has at least tried C on their own, so we're ready to check. So for C, we're missing this side length right here. I know that this side length is 4, and I know that my total area is 28. So basically I'm saying what times 4 equals 28? So the way that I can solve that is that I can count by 4s until I get to my total of 28. Okay, will you count that with me even though you already have it? Here we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, stop. So it equals 7. We had to count by 4 7 times to get to 28. So that's my answer right there is 7. All right, and then for my number sentence, I can plug in my numbers. I've got 7 times 4 equals 28 square feet. And my division sentence, 28 divided by 4 equals 7. And either way, if you have those numbers a little bit mixed up, that's okay. Okay, and on the last one, it says on the grid below, draw a rectangle that has an area of 42 square units and label the side length. So we want to draw a rectangle that has an area of 42 square units. Label the side length. So basically, we want to say what times what equals 42. Okay, so if you want to pause this and think about this, we're looking for two numbers that you can multiply together that equals 42. So if you want to pause it and just think about that for a little bit, or if you already know, that's super duper amazing. All right, what'd you come up with? Did you come up with 6 times 7 or 7 times 6? They would both work because of the community property, right? Good job. Good. So to draw that, we want to draw right on the grid below. So 6 rows of 7. Okay. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I started right there. I'm going to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's to represent my rows. And there's 7 in each row. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's always good just to double check, right? And then I'm going to come straight down, 6 again. And I know that to get my 6, just like this side, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then I can connect that bottom part there. Good. Let's see if I did everything it asked. So on the grid below, draw a rectangle that has an area of 42 square units. And label the side length. So I can put right in here, 42 square units. What do you think, guys? All right, when you're ready, go ahead and flip it over. Let's look at the back. All righty. On the back, number 4, Ursa. That's a different name. Pretty cool, though. Put your finger, your pencil on Ursa. Okay. Ursa draws a rectangle that has side lengths of 9 centimeters and 6 centimeters. What is the area of the rectangle? Explain how you found your answer. Turn that light on, see if that's any better. I don't think so. Something like that. Okay. So this would be RDWW, right? Okay. So Ursa draws a rectangle. I'm just going to put parentheses around that right there because I know that I'm making a rectangle, so I can just stop and do that part right there, right? Okay. It has side lengths of 9 centimeters and 6 centimeters. So 9 centimeters and 6. Would I put 9 and 6 here, or would I put 6 and 9? This is my shorter side, so I'm going to put my 6 there, and I'm going to put my 9 there. We just want to make sure that it matches, right? Okay. My question says, what is the area of the rectangle? And then explain, so that means we need to use words, how we found your answer. Okay, so to find the total area here, I could take that and I can do 6 times 9, or 9 times 6, right, equals blank. And to find that, you can count by 6s or you can count by 9s. Okay, so if you want to pause that and find your answer, that would be great. Okay, so go ahead and pause your video, find your answer. Don't forget your label, so to think about what your label would be. Okay, and I'm going to count by 9 6 times to find my answer. So I'm going to do 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, stop. So it equals 54, and it's centimeters, so it would be square centimeters. Okay, so I did my read, I did my draw, I wrote a number sentence on each to my right. This is what is the area of the rectangle, and explain how you found your answer. So we need a why or a because. So the area is 54 square centimeters because 6 times 9 equals 54. Okay, simple as that. Because if our side lengths were 9 and 6, we just multiply those side lengths together. So the area is 54 square centimeters because 6 times 9 equals 54. Make sure that your sentence has a capital letter at the beginning and that it ends with a period. Okay, moving on to number 5. If you need to pause and finish up 4, feel free. Let's take a look at number 5 when you're ready. Number 5. Eliza's bedroom measures 6 feet by 7 feet. So Eliza's bedroom measures 6 feet by 7 feet. So I'm already thinking I need a rectangle for Eliza's bedroom, right? So her bedroom measures 6 feet by 7 feet. I want the 6 on the shorter side. Her brother's bedroom measures 5 feet by 8 feet. So we have 2 here. So brother's measures 5 feet by 8 feet. So I need another rectangle, 5 feet by 8 feet. I'm going to put an E in the corner here for Eliza, and I'm going to put a B in the corner of this rectangle to show that's her brother's rectangle. So Eliza's bedroom measures 6 feet by 7 feet. Her brother's bedroom measures 5 feet by 8 feet. Eliza says that their rooms have the same exact floor area. Is she right? Why or why not? Okay, so for Eliza, and this is RDWW, right? We're doing it. We're just not, we didn't write it. So let's find Eliza's area first. So we would do 6 times 7 equals blank. So go ahead and solve that. So you're going to do Eliza first, and then her brother's is 5 times 8 equals blank. So if you want to pause that and then solve, find the area of Eliza's bedroom, and then find the area of her brother's bedroom, and then see if she's right. She says that they both have the same exact floor area. So find the area of each and then see if you agree if she's correct or not. So pause your video and solve those for me, please. Okay, coming back together. Eliza's bedroom, we said the side lengths were 6 feet by 7 feet. What did you find for the area of her bedroom? Did you find 42 square feet? Good, because 6 times 7 is 42. Don't forget that label. Give me a thumbs up if you put that label on your paper. Good, and if you forgot your label, go ahead and put it now, because with area, that's very important, right? So then for her brother's area of his room, did you find that the area of his room was 40 square feet? Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs up if you, give me 2 thumbs up if you remember to put that label of the square feet. Super. If not, make sure you just stick it in there, right? So Eliza had said that the rooms have the same exact floor area. Is she right? No, because Eliza's area is 42 square feet and her brother's area is 40 square feet. So we need to explain why or why not. So our answer is no, comma, because Eliza's room is 42 square feet, comma, and her brother's is 40 square feet. Okay, so the question says, is she right? So she had said that their bedrooms have the same exact floor area. Is she right? Why or why not? And Eliza's was 42 and her brother's was 40. So we said no, comma, because Eliza's room is 42 square feet, comma, and her brother's is 40 square feet. Okay, check your sentence. Make sure that it begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period. It was close, right? The rooms had close to the same area, but not quite. Alrighty, last one. All right, so for number 6, we're reading about Cliff. So put your finger, your pencil on Cliff, and will you follow along with me? And you can even read it right aloud with me if you'd like. I would love that. Okay, here we go. For number 6, Cliff draws a rectangle with a side length of 6 inches and an area of 24 inches. What is the other side length? How do you know? Okay, so Cliff draws a rectangle with a side length of 6 inches. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, and it has a side length of 6 inches, and it has an area of 24 square inches. That would actually be like the total, right? So if it was 24 square inches, okay, I'm looking for that missing side length there. So 6 times what equals 24, because we want to know what is the other side length. And actually, I'm already thinking about this. It's okay. I'll tell you what I'm thinking after. So I want to say 6 times what equals 24. Okay, so if we count by sixes, we've got 6, 12, 18, 24. Stop. What's my answer there? 4, right? So 6 times 4 equals 24. So here's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say. If I put 6 there and 4 there, what's wrong with that? 6 is my longer side, right? So I'm going to stick my 4 there and my 6 there. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's helping, our picture is just helping us to get our answer. But if I want my picture to represent the long side and the short side, that's kind of what I'm going for there. Okay. So what is the other side length? So here's what we found right here. So we already knew the 6, so the other side length is 4. And then it says, how do you know? So we have to explain it. So the, with a capital T, the other side length is 4 because 6 times 4 equals 24, right? So that's why, boys and girls, it's so important that we are really working with our multiplication facts. Our skip counting helps us so much to become fluent with our multiplication facts. So it's important that we're practicing those really every day until we are really fluent with them, because eventually we'll get to the point where we look at this and we can say, okay, I know that 6 times 4 is 24, and you don't even need to do 6, 12, 18, 24. You'll just know it like that. So that's the goal, right? That eventually you're going to know your facts like that. In the meantime, these skip counting songs are really helpful for us. But just remember, the goal is that eventually we're going to have done these so many times over and over again that we're going to know our facts like that. Okay? Super job. Again, I'm hoping that this is getting easier and easier for us every day. It definitely relates to what we worked on in our first unit of math and our last third unit. So keep up the great work, and I will see you next time.